Good morning and aloha. Thank you very much for coming to our Sunday service. Today's service is to commemorate Japanese Buddhist Temple for Nirvana. So we will honor Japanese Buddha and also express deep appreciation to our Japanese Buddha who led us to the enlightenment, the way to the enlightenment. First, page 3, invocation, led by Reverend Hassan.
Page 3, Invocation. Under Buddha, the Awakened One, the Compassionate One, we ask for your guidance on this happy day. Lead us from the numbness of routine and from all bitterness of the heart to the peaceful place of compassion and wisdom. Grant us the strength and abiding consciousness to work together harmoniously in our temple and community. Help us to always remember that life is one, and therefore that all living things coexist and are interconnected, and that your immediate light of compassion shine upon the heart of everyone. Namu Amida Butsu.
Thank you. Page 5, Bandara Vitarana. Those who don't mind standing up, you do so. Page 6, Shukat Buddha. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Page 8, Golden Chain. Reading together. I am a link in Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my being bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle with every living thing and protect all who are weaker than ourselves. I will try to sing pure and beautiful songs, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends my happiness or misery. May every link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Number 1. Page 9, Eightfold Path. The Buddha teaches us that we may become pure and holy by following the rules laid down for us. Let us read them and also remember at all times what they mean. First, right understanding. Let us learn and try to understand the truth. Second, right purpose. Let us try always to do what we are. Third, right speech. Let us be truthful and kind in all we say. Fourth, right conduct. Let us try to behave ourselves at all times. Fifth, right livelihood. Let us earn our living in a way which will not harm anyone. Sixth, right endeavor. Let us constantly try to become better. Seventh, right soul. Let us cherish our souls because our words and our actions arise from our thoughts. Eighth, right meditation. Let us think often of Amida Buddha and repeat the sacred name, Amida. May the sacred presence of Amida, who said he would abide in his teaching, be our guide. May we follow his glorious example and tread with unfaltering step this loving path until we too shall attain enlightenment. Now, page 54. 一枚記章。中小大司法年少人の唯君一枚記章ももろこし我が町にもろもろの知者たちのざわしもざる観念の意もあらずまた学問をして念の心を悟りてもするにもあらずただ往生極楽のためには南無阿弥陀仏と申して疑いなく往生するぞと一人で申す他には別の司祭おらわずただし三人死守と申すことの総論は皆欠如して南無阿弥陀仏にて往生するぞとうちに共に総論なこの神奥深きことを存ぜば未尊の哀れみに外れ本願に漏れ総論べし念仏を信ぜ人はたとえ一代の法をよくよく隠すとも一文口のうどんの身に出して甘牛刀のうちの唐辛をなじゅして死者の振る舞いをせずしてただ一方に念仏すべし生のために良心をもってする浄土宗の安心企業この一子に至極せ元空が所存この神全く別義を存ぜず滅後の邪気を防がんがために所存を印を安全天略2年正月23日第一ご飯English translation, page 52. our founding master Holin's parting message, the One Sheet Testament. Many Buddhist masters and scholars in China and Japan have understood Zen-butsu as a contemplation of Amida Buddha and the Pure Land. However, I understand it differently. The distinction of the Zen-butsu does not come from studying and understanding its meaning. To be born in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, we need only to say Namu Amida Butsu and believe without a doubt that we will attain birth there. Resolutely reciting the Zen-butsu and believing in birth in the Pure Land naturally give rise to the three minds and the four modes of practice. Should I withhold any deeper wisdom beyond the Zen-butsu, may I then lose sight of the compassion of Shakyamuni and Amida Buddha and flip through the embrace of Amida's original path. Those of you who put your trust in the Zen-butsu, even if you thoroughly study the teaching that Shakyamuni taught during his lifetime, you should become like a little ignorant one or untrained devotee and not show any pretense of a learned person, but intently practice the Zen-butsu. I hereby seal this document with the imprint of both my hands. The peaceful mind and practice of Jodo are fully imparted here on this one sheet. I think have no other teaching than this. To prevent any misinterpretations after my passing away, I make this final testament, transcribed on the 23rd day of the first month of Kenjaku Seki. Now we chant Namu Amida, page 24, led by Reverend Takano Shoyakumo, and followed by Oparigo. We are chanting Namu Amida. transference of the disease. Dedicating merit through the chanting of Sutra Pathology and the pouring of Amida Buddha's name is an important practice in Jodo. This is a time to offer our prayers to our ancestors and the other ones, as well as to remember them with gratitude for all they have done for us. May we aspire to live good, peaceful lives, while sending our souls to those who are not with us in this world. Let us now offer our prayers so that everyone is released from suffering and evolve into Amida Buddha's paradise of architects. Namaste. Once again, good morning and happy Diwali Day. Thank you very much for coming to our Sunday service. Shakyamuni Buddha's life, there are four major events. Do you know which one is four events? And there are four major sites according to the Shakyamuni Buddha's life. The first one is of course the birth. Without birth, there will be no Buddhism. So birth is one of the major four events. And Shakyamuni Buddha was born as a prince, and his name was Gautama Siddhartha. He was born in Lumbini Garden in Nepal. And this is a number one event. And the second event, the big event, was enlightenment. Without enlightenment, there will be no Buddhism. So Shakyamuni Buddha was enlightened and the Bodhi tree in Buddha Gaya. So Buddha Gaya is one of the four sacred sites of Buddhism. And then number three, do you know, because we Japanese Buddhism don't celebrate, usually don't celebrate the number three day. This is very important. But International Buddhist Association celebrates the number three big event. What is the number three event? That is the first sermon. The first sermon of Shakyamuni Buddha is called Dhammacakka. And because after Buddha was enlightened, he was kind of worried if people could understand the enlightenment. So he was kind of hesitant to teach his sermon. So it was his first sermon that he started to teaching the Buddhism. So the first sermon is valued as one of the four major events. And do you know this symbol? And this is called Dhammacakka. Dhammacakka is a Pali language. In Sanskrit we call Dhammacakka in Pali language. And this is, we call the wheel of Dhamma. And this is what Shakyamuni Buddha first sermon. Why wheel? This is wheel of Dhamma. Dhammacakka is actually one of the weapons. And why weapon? Is because weapons to get rid of our desires. That is the meaning of Dhammacakka. We usually translate is wheel of Dhamma, but wheel in India indicates this is a weapon. So that by having weapon this wheel, we can get rid of having desires and inner darkness. So this is the meaning of Dhammacakka. So in like manner, the weapon can get rid of inner darkness. The Buddhism can get rid of our desires. That is what we mean. And then number 4 event is Buddha's passing. He passed away in Kushinagara. And this is what we celebrate today. And this is called Nehanzu in Japanese. Nehanzu means the picture of Nirvana. So this indicates how Shakyamuni Buddha passed away. And this is also many teachings are imparted on this picture. But this picture is actually very rare. It's not standard popular type because there are some important elements that this picture doesn't have some important elements. For example, most picture of Nirvana has full moon on the picture. And full moon indicates that when Buddha was born, it was full moon. When Shakyamuni Buddha was enlightened, it was also full moon. And also, when he passed away, it was also full moon. So full moon is actually a very important element for Buddhism. But this was missing. And why full moon? Is because full moon indicates perfect shape, perfect teaching. And we celebrate 3 different, services: Buddha's birth, Buddha Day, Buddha's Nibbana Day, and also Buddha's enlightenment, Bodhi Day. 3 different services. But in Eastern Asia, they celebrate one big festival to celebrate Buddha's birth, Buddha's body, enlightenment, and Buddha's passing. That's what we call Vesak Day. So that happened in May, in lunar full moon, in the full moon in May, according to the lunar calendar. So that is happened in Eastern Asia. So in Eastern Asia, in Theravada tradition, old tradition, they have 2 major services in a year. That is, one is Vesak Day to celebrate Buddha's birth, Buddha's enlightenment, Buddha's passing, and number 3 event of Shakyamuni Buddha. That is the first, sermon. That is So Hawaii Association of International Buddhists, they celebrate in July the Dhammachakra festival. That is to commemorate Buddha's first sermon. And this year, in September, Hawaii Association of International Buddhists celebrate Dhammachakra festival here at Jodo Mission in September. So please look forward to this event. And last year, I was invited as a speaker, and I did, deliver the sermon through Zoom. But this year, hopefully, we can get together to celebrate the first sermon of Shakyamuni Buddha. That we can expect this year. So anyway, another important element of the picture is behind Shakyamuni Buddha, there is a river. So river indicates that everything is changing. There is nothing permanent. Everything is keep changing. So this is teaching about impermanence of our nature. There's no permanent. Everything is changing. So that is the river express, great teaching of Buddhism. And in the picture, there is Chunda. He was a blacksmith. He offered food to Shakyamuni Buddha. And because of the food poison, Shakyamuni Buddha passed away. So this was mushroom dishes, it's said. And he was diarrhea, and then food poison. That caused Buddha to pass away. So this picture, Chunda, was drawn over here. But before Shakyamuni Buddha passed away, the death is inevitable, please do not blame Shunda, because his part of offering is such a precious thing. So please do not blame and that he left before he passed away. So he actually is so sad. But other, Buddha's disciples, they don't cry because they know death is inevitable. Nothing is permanent. He expects even the Buddha have to pass away. So that is the picture is telling us. And the person, young person who is crying, he is crying because he was a long time attendant of Shakyamuni Buddha. His name is Anna, or Ananda in Sanskrit. Anna attended Shakyamuni Buddha, and he was a relative of Shakyamuni Buddha. 25 years with Shakyamuni Buddha. He traveled with Shakyamuni Buddha, and he is known as Tamon Daiichi, #1 many hearings of Shakyamuni Buddha's teachings. He is known as Tamon Daiichi because he attended so many years. He always listened to Shakyamuni Buddha. And so we call it Tamon. It's a many hearings of Shakyamuni Buddha. And in the sutra, in the Buddhist sutra, it is actually Buddha told Ananda. Buddha told Ananda is a very common phrase. So many sutras are written according to Ananda accepted. So this is very important person. And he is crying. And it is also said that Ananda was such a very handsome priest. So depending on, there are many kinds of Nihans, the Nirvana scroll picture. And Anna is drawn. How Anna is, described is kind of very interesting. And over this picture, it's hard to tell when the handsome or it's hard to tell. But he is a young one, the attendant, long time attendant. And also, over here, the bodhisattvas like Kannon Bodhisattva, Tanni Bodhisattva, Seishi Bodhisattva, is two major bodhisattvas who attended Amida Buddha. And then there are many other Buddhist disciples. But other, typical Nirvana scroll, there are many animals get together. Many animals. So that means that even the other forms of living creatures, they are expressing, sadness of Buddha's passing. But over here, only one dog was described. So that is kind of rare too. And then another important factor is old lady, we call Ronyo in Japanese. And Ronyo is actually crying. And because for her long time, here, she wished to hear Buddha's teaching in person for a long time, and then she finally had a chance to see Shakyamuni Buddha. But when she met Shakyamuni Buddha, he passed away. So she was crying. But because her wish to meet Shakyamuni Buddha, such as holy and sacred and very strong feeling, that her eyes, eye drop, actually tears dropped to Shakyamuni Buddha's feet. And Shakyamuni Buddha had a spot because of that goodness, always here. So that actually Shakyamuni Buddha accepted her wish as a one of her spot because of her yes. So I see, and then over here, the lady and the attendants lying on the ground she is known as Maya Buni, Queen Maya. Queen Maya was Shakyamuni Buddha's mother. She passed away after she gave birth to Shakyamuni Buddha. 7 days after she passed away. So she was coming to, actually, she wanted to, because of mother and Queen Maya, wanted to save Shakyamuni Buddha. She threw away the medicine over here. But Shakyamuni Buddha already knew he was passing, so he didn't take the medicine. But this picture is telling such a very beautiful story, interesting story in the picture. And there must be many more, interesting teaching. And with this picture, it is traditionally we expound the teaching of Buddhism. We explain about disciples of Shakyamuni Buddha. And then this is a day that we commemorate Buddha and his teaching. And today, I would like to quote the last teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha. Have you ever seen this book? It's free. And this is a very good book. So there are three kinds of, actually more than three kinds of teaching of Buddha. And the first one is they have English translation, Japanese translation. And the second one is a compact version. It's actually the only English. But because it's handy, so you can carry this when you are going to travel. And then this one, if you're busy, this is a very short version. That's a thing, this is something good. And this teaching of Buddha, we have played thanks to Bukkyo Dendo Kyokai. Bukkyo Dendo Kyokai was an organization that promotes spreading the teaching of Buddhism. It was founded by Dr. Abraham Numata. He was a son of the Honganji priest, and then he founded such a great company, Mitsutoyo. Mitsutoyo is a precision measuring company worldwide, and he made fortune, and he donated his fortune in order to spread the teaching of Buddhism. So he published many languages of the teaching of Buddha and material giving away to the people. Millions of books were published, and that's why we can have this book for free. So please have this book. You have plenty. And not only this teaching of Buddha, but there are many kinds of Buddhist books. So it's available thanks to Mr. Reverend Dr. Numata, such a truly bodhisattva who truly wished, to spread the teaching of Buddhism to the people. So I want to read from the last teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha. This is my one of the favorite part of this. Beneath the Sara trees at Krishnagara, in his last word to his disciples, the Buddha said, "Make of yourself a light. Rely upon yourself. Do not depend upon anyone else. Make my teachings your light. Rely upon them. Do not depend upon any other teaching. Consider your body. Think of its impurity, knowing that both its pain and its delight are alike causes of suffering. How can you indulge in its desire? Consider yourself. Think of its transiency. How can you fall into delusion about it and cherish pride and selfishness, knowing that they must all end in inevitable suffering? Consider all substances. Can you find among them any enduring self? Are they not all aggregates that sooner or later we break apart and be scattered? Do not be confused by the universality of suffering, but follow my teaching, even after my death, and you will be rid of pain. Do this, and you will indeed be my disciples. My disciples, the teachings that I have given you are never to be forgotten or abandoned. They are always to be treasured. They are to be thought about. They are to be practiced. If you follow this teaching, you will always be happy. The point of the teaching is to control your own mind. Keep your mind from greed, and you will keep your behavior right, your mind pure, and your word faithful. By always thinking about the transiency of your life, you will be able to resist greed and anger, and will be able to avoid all evil. If you find your mind tempted and so entangled in greed, you must suppress and control the temptation. Be the master of your own mind. So, it continues. And please have this book and then read it. And also, I want to mention that there are surrounded by 4 trees. It's called Sara trees, Sara Ocean. And there are 4 flowers, 4 trees. And 4 trees, 4 flowers is called Shika. Shika is a And then another kanji, Shika, is it can be written as paper flower, not 4 flower, paper flower. So this, paper flower can be seen at the time of funeral, like Hotori Garden Mortuary. There are next to the incense burner, there are paper flower you see. That is called shika, paper flower. Why paper flower? It's because it came from shika, 4 flower of Sarasota. So that tradition still continues. And there are many more traditions when someone passes away. Like when the person is dying, we give water. Or even after passed away, we give water. This is called matsugoru, the last water. This is because the Buddha passed away nearby the river, and because he passed away, he was thirsty, and he requested water to drink, and he drank the water. That is before matsugoru, the last water. So that was custom and very interesting. Over 2,500 years. So maybe we have another time we can introduce customs and teachings today. And maybe that's all. So once again, thank you very much. Please put your hands together in the show and recite Nama. 如来大慈愛民5年、大正10年。ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダドゥ、ナムアミダナムアミダルチュナムアミダル Next is that report being prepared. Page 130. 130. The report being prepared. you very much. Then page 7.
Benediction. Amida Buddha surround all man and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly does he send forth love souls to those who are in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to those who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great change called death. And the Buddha sent forth ocean of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namu Amida Butsu.
Thank you very much. This concludes the new Ramadan service. The Valentine's Day is coming close, and I think my wife is very happy. So please go home and take a cupcake for happy Valentine's Day. And then next week we have a Sunday service, and board meeting will be held right after that Sunday service. And also, this is announcement is February 20th, Honolulu Museum of Art will have Ohana and admission for free. And then we have Hawaii Triennial 2022 special exhibition from February 18th to May 8th. And this, Honolulu Museum of Art, in partnership with Hawaii Contemporary, we present Hawaii Triennial 2022 Pacific Century. This exhibition brings artistic expressions and ideas from across the Asia-Pacific region to Honolulu for a city-side celebration of contemporary art. And one of the featured artists is our Jodo friend, Miss I. Iwane, a photographer, award-winning photographer. She will be there. So on the 20 Sunday, Honolulu Museum of Art, she will be there from 10 to 5. So it's Ohana de Free for Hamana. Please go to see her. Once again, thank you very much. Have a good day and say happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, yes.
Why is